perfect.
Okay, so revised project 2. I recognize that in project 2, element A, one of my contributions was lacking quite a bit. So that is definitely something I'm going to work on to rewrite to improve for that one. So just
what other sections need to be improved? Did I get dinged on anything?
I don't remember offhand, but if you give me a minute, I'll look it up.
Thanks. You know what? Since week 1, I haven't been able to see those.
Okay.
And
do you know how to get to it?
Yeah, but Lurban actually had to copy and paste because for whatever reason, it doesn't show it. It does not show it to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Last time.
So,
So similarly on this last paper, like the only feedback that I could see is he took a half a point off because the file name wasn't named correctly. It had an extra 5 at the end, which
You're fired.
I'm not sure how that happened. I even went back and checked my file manager. It's like, it's named correctly. I don't know why I added a 5 at the end.
But I don't know.
That is amazing. Yay, everybody.
Yeah, awesome.
If that's the worst that he's going to say about a paper, I'll take it. So yeah, that's easy to fix. So just make sure that.
Does everyone remember what section they had
for element A?
10.
For A, yeah. On A, section 1.2, the summary statement. His comment was, "This summary does not include any information about what is contained in the paper."
That's me. I'll fix that.
Is that
okay? The next section was section 3.1, and I think this one was mine. Yeah, this one was mine. I'm looking for the VRIO analysis. So I just have to go through and identify the individual pieces in there, which is, again, not a big deal. I can fix that, and obviously I'll do it in different colors so you know what I'm talking about. Section 5.1. I don't remember who had this section, but India is too big a country to start with. Every urban, suburban area need to select specific geographies to start in, like Bangalore, Mumbai, or Delhi. And I thought we had discussed that, but apparently it wasn't put into the paper where we were definitely going to be.
We mentioned it. Yeah, we mentioned it earlier in the paper, but that particular section didn't specifically mention it. So
yeah, it didn't mark it in that section. Yeah, and then I think...
I'm lost. What's new? I know, but I am lost. Can I found everybody? Where are we? The very first one, week 3. Is that where we are?
No. This is section 2, element A.
Yeah.
Which week?
Hold on, let me back over. That would have been
9.
Let's see. Hold on just a second. Let me back up here real quick.
I think it's week 9, right?
I think so, yeah.
That was
where
from...
we got a 37, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay, but that was...
I was sick, I remember.
Okay. But that was from November 18th. Okay, that's project 2, element A paper. So those were the things that he pointed out were problems.
That's it?
Again, yeah, that
was it.
I need to say New Delhi is where we're entering the market.
Right. That's section 5.1. That just needs to be added there. Section 3.1, I need to rewrite. That was one of mine. And I just need to be more specific with the VRIO. And then the summary. Those 3 were the only things that really cost us points.
Who did 5.1? Does anybody have that up?
Steven, you did.
I think it was it Steven or was it Neffy?
I think it was Steven.
No, it wasn't me. I had
5.1?
Must have been Steven.
Yeah, 5.1 was Steven, I think.
Okay.
I have it in my notes here.
Okay. Thank you.
And again, Steven, on 5.1, you know, I think we all discussed and decided that New Delhi would be our point of entry. So that just needs to be worked in. That's no big deal.
Okay. Easy.
Well, New
Yeah.
Delhi and Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mumbai. Yeah. I might even just say, because there are just way too, India is such a large opportunity. We'll have to, I'm just going to word it exactly the way he said it.
I think it's
Okay.
great.
And
Right, and just
do you know
put
where to
Mum-
find? Do you know where to find his feedback on here?
Yes. And I promise you, it does not show it to me for some reason. Lurban had to do a shot for me.
Yeah, I can
Well,
send it to you. Do you want me
If
to?
you want, can you get to it and open it up real quick?
Yeah. Let me fire up my computer. It's going to be a minute. So if you
Won't
guys
take-
want to,
let's go ahead and
we
continue.
can circle back.
Sure.
Oh man, my computer's dead.
I know that feeling. Okay, number 2, submit week 12 reflections and post to group discussion boards. That's due December 5th. So it's that Thursday, Friday, something like that.
Yeah. I believe it's Friday, Saturday actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Is everyone good doing their reflections?
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously, well, I don't know. Did we respond to each other on the reflection, or did we just post our own reflections and
We,
leave them up there?
I think we share it. Remember last time? Didn't we
Right.
have to share it with everyone? And that's
Yeah,
it.
but we really don't respond to anybody, do we?
No, we didn't have to respond.
Okay.
We just
I
needed
don't
to read
think
them.
so.
So that's number 3. The next week,
Right.
Right.
week 13, after everybody's posted and we have a chance to review what everybody said, then we decide as a group which ones or what parts of which ones we want to use.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay.
And as you read through the discussion material, as you read through the lesson material, we don't necessarily have to pick the whole format. Like, for example, if we like Jesus's reflection the best, we don't necessarily have to use all of Jesus's. We could use part of Jesus's, part of Stephen's, part of Lurban's. We can mix it up a little bit. We just pick what parts that we like the best and then come up with an overall HR strategy.
Okay.
And only one person will submit?
Well, not exactly. So you have to submit your own reflection or an
Mhm.
HR strategy. And then
Yeah.
as a group, we pick which elements out of all of the group that we like the best.
For the
Okay.
following week?
I like that.
Next week, yes, for next week.
Oh, okay.
So next week, we have to write more to the project 2 paper.
Mhm.
There's 4 more parts, I think, 4 or 5 more parts. There's 4 more parts. And so that's going to be at the bottom of the agenda, number 5.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we'll assign out which parts of those we're going to work on. But we have to know what strategy we're going to have before we can work on those 4 parts.
Mhm.
As we're divvying that out, so that's going to be due at the end of next week, correct?
Correct, yes.
So I need to tell everyone that I cannot take as much of a load as I had before and like editing, helping Jason edit and all that. If I can get a little bit lighter of a load for this one, I would appreciate it. I'm going to be out of town for half of that week. And as well, like with work, I have some things going on at work that it's going to be really tight. If we can at all divvy up just a little bit less over to my side, I would appreciate that.
Sure.
Okay.
So looking at the assignments, I think the writing portion of it is going to be lighter. It's just the editing part and the video presentation part.
Yeah, I won't be available to help you, Jason, like we did that last time
All right.
for that.
I can help if you don't mind my accent.
Oh, I think everybody's fine this time.
Yeah, we're all good.
One of the things I liked about the project 1 papers is when there was more than 2 or 3 people participating. I liked the variety. And
Agreed.
And if you guys are all willing to to do a part of that. I think everybody should be involved.
Okay, Jesus, what did you want to show me? I'm up and in.
Okay, so do you have the form? Do you have the actual paper pulled up yet?
You want me, because I'm in grades right now. Where you want me to
Okay,
pull up?
so no, that's not where you need to be.
Oh, there's
If
my
you
problem.
go,
This
if
is
you
week
go to
9,
your
right?
home page
Uh-huh.
and then go into people, I believe that's where it's at.
Okay.
Okay. Once you
Uh-huh.
get into people, go ahead and
it.
select your the group, which is obviously Monday night 8:30 India group. You'll have a little button there that says that's blue and it'll say visit. Press that button.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's going to come up with saying recent activity and group project. It'll have 3 announcements, and it'll show your different projects.
Got
Okay.
it.
If you hit up, if you go to project 2, element A, paper, it'll bring
Got
up
it.
the actual paper that we submitted. And then just look for the little red tags and press those little red tags, and you'll see the feedback that the instructor is giving us.
Okay, I was not doing it like that, so thank you.
No
How'd you
problem. It
figure
took me a
that
while to
out?
figure it
Holy
out
cow.
too.
So I followed you through that too.
I don't
had no idea
remember.
that you could access it that way.
Yeah, this way we can actually see what his feedback is and what exactly why he scored us low on certain aspects.
All right. Thanks for sharing that, Jesus.
So hopefully that helps everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, this is exactly how I gave you guys the feedback that he gave us. I just literally read what he said. So like, for example, in 5.1, you're saying about just wanting to pretty much repeat what he said. You can just pull it up and there it is. And hey, I can copy and paste. Well, I don't know about copy and paste, but it's that simple.
Mhm.
So,
Perfect.
and obviously we can do that with the last paper. I mean, and there it's just, tag the little button and pull it up. And obviously we already know what's wrong with it because he says what's wrong with it. So
This was a lower
So then
grade
the
on
last,
this paper, right? Didn't we get a little bit less on this one than in the past? Let me go back.
I think we did.
Let me see.
we
Go to our
got one
grades.
time we got 40, and then the other time we got 37, the
Yeah.
one that you're going to be fixing, the 501, and then this one is 39.5.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
got too.
39.5 is,
That's it. That's an 87.75. Sorry, that's a 98.75%, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When do we want to have the revisions done by?
okay, so I have a question. How did we look? So last time we did this, we already knew we talked about it, and we already knew that we were going to do solar panels, remember, right?
Yeah. So are you talking about the revisions, Lurban, or are you talking about the reflection portion?
The reflections.
Well, the reflections last time, we kind of all had different ideas and we kind of talked about it, but we still had to post it.
Yeah,
So we
but we
posted
already
it.
had picked.
Yeah, well, we
So-
had ideas.
Yeah. And then this time we're going to put it on Saturday, the reflection, and then on Monday we're going to pick. We're going to choose on Monday, whatever.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good.
My revised should be done by Wednesday night.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Not hard.
All right. You guys want to do it the same way we did last time? Just
I think that's a good idea.
so to clarify, what I recall from last time is that you just took that section, rewrote it, and then pasted it back into the Google Doc in a different font color, right
Yeah.
underneath what was there previously, so that in a different font color, color makes it easy to identify the changes that were made. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So don't rewrite. Leave the original portion on the Google Doc, but then rewrite it and then paste a second time the portion that you rewrote right underneath the original portion. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for example, if there was one paragraph for the section, you leave the original paragraph, rewrite, and then post the second paragraph underneath the first paragraph.
Which might include some of the same text is what you're saying.
Correct, yeah. And then just post it in a different font color so the second paragraph is easily for me to identify. Well, assuming I'm editor, but just so the editor can easily identify that you've corrected it and that you've submitted your revision.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's
Okay.
go ahead and change out any assumptions. Jason, I'm voting you to be the editor. Any seconds on that one? I see a second.
I think we need to all pitch in and send Jason's wife some flowers.
No
That might be a
kidding.
good idea.
Oh, chocolates.
Or
Does she like- what
chocolate.
kind of chocolate?
Well, you guys
Oh,
are so kind.
chocolate.
It's a group effort.
Chocolate
I
is
mean, you guys had a lot to chew through on some of this stuff, so I feel like it kind of evens out at the end. I know that Steven helped out with editing, and I really appreciate that. So he probably had a little extra
No problem.
portion to do, but generally speaking,
problem.
you guys chew through a lot to get the information posted.
Yep.
So let's.
Okay.
Sounds like we agreed to have the the revision posted into the Google Doc by Wednesday night.
And
Yeah.
that'll be Jesus, Steven,
And myself.
and who? You, Jason. Those three. Okay, perfect. I'm taking notes here.
And it sounded like we covered number 3, right?
Yeah.
Ready to move on to number 4? You can take the lead. You can facilitate if you like. Jesus, I think you're doing a great job.
Okay. So we need to develop a plan for project 2 presentation. Probably going to go with another slideshow, PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Probably be the best bet. Or does anybody feel good about doing videos? I'm not.
Videos. So I don't know.
I'm just throwing it out there in case anybody else wants to, take up the head on that one. I prefer PowerPoints just because, yeah, they're easier. I'm not gonna lie.
For another
Yeah.
class, I had to do a video with the PowerPoint behind me or beside me on a screen. Oh, that was a nightmare.
Yes, it was.
Oh my goodness. And
or your voiceover the
Yeah.
PowerPoints. It's like,
yeah, it's so much easier. You can just read the narrative as you flip through the slides. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely we're going to stay with the PowerPoint presentation.
Okay, so we're gonna stay with a
So-
PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it would be a good idea